Hey everybody, this video is all about how to make a graph and how to set up your data table. Let me put that on our agenda. Data table. Graph. I checked your work and a couple of you haven't posted your data table from Tuesday yet. So when you do, it's going to look something like this. Independent variable is force. That's the number of washers on the end of the string. Remember, in this experiment, you've got a car sitting on a table, and then there's string attached, and then there's some weight on the bottom. More weight on the end means more force on the car. More weight over here is going to pull harder on that car. And our question is, how does pulling harder on the car affect the car's acceleration? No surprise that we think it might go faster. So, in your data table, you've got force, 1 washer, 2 washers, 3 washers, and you measure the time. Do a bunch of trials. I'm pretty good at this, and even I couldn't get the same answer twice. So I'm going to take an average. To calculate the average, I add up all 3 trials and divide by 3. So that's plus, plus, plus. I get that total, then divided by 3. Give me my average time in seconds. So now I can make a force time graph. On the x-axis, I have force in washers. 1 washer, 2 washers, 3 washers. And on the y-axis, I have time in seconds. And with 1 washer, my time was 0.42 seconds. So I'm going to go all the way up here to 0.4. I'll put my dot. You could make a bar as well. And it's 0.42 seconds. And this dot gives me 2 pieces of information. It tells me how much force there was and how long it took to travel the distance. In this case, the distance was 30 centimeters. In your case, it might be different. You have to measure that for yourself. So I'm going to put that there, 30 centimeters. And then I can keep going, right? For 2 washers, my time for 2 washers, my average time was 0.34 seconds. So I'm going to put that right up here between 3 and 4, right by 2, right here. And then my time for 3 washers, my average, my average was 0.29 seconds. Hang on a second, I did that wrong. I did this wrong somewhere. So, yeah, 0.34 is less. So by 0.34, it's actually going to be down here between 3 and 4. And my 0.29 is going to be all the way down here close to 3. And so I can see that with more force, as I increase the force, the time goes down. It takes less and less time the more force I apply. In class on Thursday, we're going to make a force velocity graph and a force acceleration graph. We're going to have to do a little math. To calculate velocity, we take distance divided by time. That'll be my 30 centimeters, whatever your distance was. You can calculate that. So I'll have distance, 30 centimeters, over that time. And that'll give me my velocity in each of these columns. And then I can calculate acceleration once I have my velocity. I'll be able to calculate my acceleration. So velocity divided by time, and that'll give me this acceleration graph. And you can see that as I increased the force, the velocity went up, and so did the acceleration, which makes sense. And that's going to help us answer the question, how does changing force affect acceleration? And so your job today is to make sure you have a data table and to work on at least one of these graphs. And if you feel like trying those calculations, you can work on a velocity or an acceleration graph as well. Good luck today. Have fun.